Good morning. It is a sunny spring morning here in Cambridge. I thought this would be the perfect time to start a weekly vlog. My first weekly vlog in a very long time. So it has been literally years since I filmed a YouTube video. I think it's going to take a while before this feels fully comfortable again, but I basically decided I would really like to have a log of the next 6 months of my life because I am in the final stretch of my PhD, like the final push. I have 6 months to go until I need to submit, which is terrifying. Like, I swear it was like a couple of months ago that I was starting this, and I remember thinking to myself, I wonder how it's going to feel to be in my fourth year and to be so close to the finish line, and I'll have learned so much and done so much. And now I still don't know how that feels, and I am living it. I'm in that. And so I really want to just document this in long form rather than just in short form so that I can reflect back on this time in my life, because I'm never going to do this again. I pray I'm never going to do it again. I'm not going to do it again. So I would really like to just have, yeah, like a kind of documentary of this phase of my life. And I also think that making this is going to be really good for me, like having something to create alongside my thesis to reflect on, but also to kind of nurture that creative side of me throughout this process as well. So I'm excited while I'm terrified for the next 6 months. I do feel like motivation is at a high right now. So I thought I wanted to start this series on a good note so that I can watch this back in probably like 2 weeks when I'm not feeling this motivated. But for now, I'm feeling good. I had a supervision meeting last week, which was my first one in ages, and I was so nervous. I had taken a bit of time off for my PhD, lots of life things going on, and then I came back to it. I was so worried about this meeting just because it's hard to restart something and to get back into that zone. But it was actually so helpful. Like, my supervisor was really positive. She was saying, I've got so much done over the last year, and this 6 months is really just bringing all of that together. Like, I've done so much of the hard work. I just have a little bit more hard work to go. So yeah, and then after that meeting, well, we set like a really ambitious writing plan for me for the next 6 months, but especially the next couple of months. And so I felt very motivated to get started with that. And I actually had like a session of writing that felt like the first time in a long time that I was doing some really deep, like conceptual thinking work about my PhD, which it sounds really silly or like slightly worrying that I haven't been doing that constantly, but the reality is, like, doing research, and especially the sort of research I do, there's so much other work that goes on in like the early stages, in the middle stages of a PhD, like planning projects, for me, collecting data, analyzing data, doing statistical analysis, and all of that requires deep thinking, but it's not the same kind of thinking as that kind of final bit where you get to evaluate and bring everything together. So it was really satisfying to kind of like get back into that side of things and start digging a bit deeper in my brain in a way. So I am looking forward to doing more of that. I have more of that to do today because I am trying to like really polish this paper that I've written that I want to submit that is going to form one of the chapters of my thesis. So first I need to finish up that paper, implement all of the comments I have on it before I write it up into a chapter because I need to tweak it a bit to like fit it into my thesis. So that's going to be good. I'm going to enjoy that. I have some admin that I need to do. I'm going to try and whiz through that so it doesn't take too much time away from the actual thesis work. And the plan for the day to get that done, I'm going to work from here for a little bit. We have a food delivery coming probably in about half an hour. So I'll work from here for now. I will unpack all of that. I'm gonna go for a walk, but I'm not convinced. I'm looking at the sky outside. I'm not convinced that it's still gonna be sunny in like an hour. We're having 4 seasons in one day sort of weather at the minute. And so if it is sunny, I will go for a walk. I will see some ducks. I will bring you with me. But if it's horrible weather, I won't do that for now. I might leave that for the evening because I'm a bit hopeful that like at some point it will be sunny. And then I'll go to my favorite coffee shop. That place has become like a home office for me, I feel. I know the baristas, they're so nice there. They know my order and I have like a window seat that is my favorite. So hopefully I will get that and I'll just do like a good bit of writing and get in the zone. And then see the sun has gone away behind a big cloud now. So now I'm thinking the sun may not come back for my walk, but that's fine as long as it doesn't start hailing or something. This evening we have some friends visiting from Oxford, which is going to be so nice. We haven't properly seen them in a while. So we are going for dinner at Christopher's College, although I can't really film that because it's a bit, like we're at the high table, which is like, you know, in Harry Potter where the teachers sit? Like that is where we'll sit because like he works there and it's quite formal, quite fancy, I guess. And it's not really the setting where you can like whip out a vlog camera, to be honest. Although I might try and sneak some clips on my phone if I can, but we'll see. But that should be really nice just to, yeah, have a like proper chat with them and see them again after a little while. This morning I had like a lovely morning ritual. I made my matcha, which I am still enjoying very slowly. And I set out my week in my Hobonichi weeks. So this is like my scheduling planner at the minute and I am loving this thing. I decorated it just with some stickers and washi and stuff. But this essentially lays out my plans for the coming week. And I really love doing this on a Monday morning just to get a sense of what I'm going to try and get done, what my kind of minimum to-do list is and what my goal to-do list is, and also all of the like life admin stuff that I also have to do and things like content planning, teaching planning, all of the things I'm juggling alongside my thesis. But yeah, that was really nice and I really want to keep that practice of those morning rituals and like taking the time just to ground myself in the morning so that I don't start the day feeling panicky. Anyway, for now, I need to go and start what I actually need to do rather than sitting and talking about it and thinking about it. The sun is coming and going, so I'm sorry for the slightly weird lighting in the video, but thank you for being here. Either you have stuck around for a very long time or you have found me more recently, but either way, thank you for being here and I'm really excited to start documenting this journey in long form. I think one of the most frustrating feelings at this point in a PhD is finding something that past Amy should have done, but instead left current me to do. So I just found a table, I'm looking at it now, that I very distinctly remember I should have done in October when I was writing the first draft of this, and I was working to a really tight deadline, and I said to myself, I'm just going to leave a note for my supervisor and for my future self that this table needs doing, and I'm going to send it off so that she can start reading the paper, and then I'm going to finish this table. And then, of course, predictably, I did not. I left it for me to do now, and I've just found it, and now I also have to decipher what October me was thinking when I was putting this together, and I need to go back and find my old code to rerun. I'm very irritated with myself, but also I can't be too irritated because it was me, fundamentally, who did this. Which is probably actually more irritating than if it was someone else. But yeah, I think that's a good life lesson for current me, that I shouldn't leave these small things for me in the future, because I need to think that in 5 months' time, I'm going to be infinitely more stressed and pressured than I am right now. Probably. Hopefully not, but probably. And it is not going to be fun if I start finding things like this. So this is a good lesson, I think. I come to you from our cozy reading armchair, and I've just unpacked our grocery order for the week, including this unholy volume of sweets. But there's a specific reason I ordered these, and I thought I would tell you about it because I'm quite excited about this. So my partner Christopher is Norwegian, and they obviously have all of their own cultural traditions and ways that they celebrate things, and Easter is coming up this weekend. And they don't have the same Easter eggs as we do in the UK. So rather than having the hollow chocolate eggs, they have these plastic eggs. I'm going to put these down for a second, and I will show you them in a minute. But they have these hollow plastic eggs that they open up and fill up with sweeties that they then open on Easter morning. And I caught Christopher sort of wistfully looking at a picture of one of these on Instagram, and I thought, I'm gonna make him one, and I'm gonna keep it a secret so that it's a surprise on Easter morning. Because he was kind of like, oh, like I miss the Norwegian tradition, and he was thinking about when he was younger, and I'm always aware that we're living in England. I'm from Scotland, so we're much closer to my family. We're much like culturally closer to how I was brought up versus his cultural traditions in Norway. So I want him to feel like we celebrate a bit of both, and like, yeah, we can like bring together the traditions that we were both raised with, I guess. So I thought I'd show you the sweets that I got. I definitely got way too many. They're not all gonna fit in this thing. I also had to buy 6 of these eggs because I couldn't find a way to just buy one online that was the right size. So I might also make one for myself just to use up some of the sweets. So firstly, I got some mawams. These are one of his favorites. I also got some bilar. These are Swedish sweets, but in Norway, a lot of their confectionery is imported from Sweden because Swedish sweets are just really good. So these bilar are one of his favorites that he would buy at home. I got some Percy Pigs. I wanted to have some traditional British sweeties in there, and I thought these were a fun one. These are the butterfly ones. I've not tried those. There are like a million variations of Percy Pigs these days. I got 2 bags of these candy kittens. He quite likes sour sweets, so I thought these were a good option. These are sour watermelon, and these ones are shocks, whatever that is. They're like little sour ones. I got some Tangfastics. Again, now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, did I need to buy so many? But then I feel like part of the fun of these eggs is they're a kind of pick and mix vibe. So I wanted there to be variety, you know? I got some Dime Dairy Milk mini eggs because I spotted that in the picture he was looking at, they had the little mini Dime bars, but I couldn't find those. So these were the closest. And then finally, I got some Lindt eggs just to add some more chocolate. And we did also get British Easter eggs, like hollow chocolate eggs, because I thought Part of the fun of being in like a intercultural relationship is that you get to just celebrate both and have the best of both worlds. So I'm gonna get up probably on Easter morning because I don't want the sweets in here to get like stale. You know how sweets go a bit hard if they're open too long. So I think I will get up first thing as though I was like preparing it for a child. And I will fill this up and make myself one, and then I can surprise him with this. And I think he's going to be really excited. I hope he is excited. I thought it'd be nice just to do something nice for him, to show that I care about his culture and bringing our cultures together. And also Easter has always been like one of our holidays, like every other holiday, like Christmas, well, mainly just Christmas. We always spend with our families, sometimes we spend it apart. We don't have time like just for us, whereas Easter, like we've always just had the two of us, which has been so nice. So I think he's gonna love this. I will insert a clip or a photo or something of when I've actually made this, but it's Monday, so it's too early to make it now. I just got back from the coffee shop and I'm gonna say I have had a 7 out of 10 productive day. And the reason for that is I dilly-dallied. I dilly-dallied too long after my food delivery came, and I was just like faffing about in the house. And I think that's a bit of a peril of working from home actually. Like, yeah, the food delivery arrives, I unpack that, I do some laundry, I have a bit of lunch, I do some washing up, and I just find things to distract myself when what I needed to do was just unpack the food delivery, eat something quickly, and then get out and get to the coffee shop. So by the time I got there, I had a couple of hours of solid work, but then that work was 10 out of 10 productive. So I feel like I had a 5 out of 10 productive time before that, and then a 10 out of 10 sprint of writing and editing. I am feeling a bit just bored of my own paper, like reading it over and over again and editing it and addressing like tiny comments that are really useful in the long run, but in the short run are just tiring. Like I'm bored of reading this paper. I feel like I felt this way with my last paper. Like as soon as it was published, I read it and I was like, wow, this is great. Like I'm really proud of this. But up until that point, you kind of start to lose the bigger picture with these things. So yeah, that was a bit frustrating, but I did power on and just do what I needed to do for those couple of hours. And now I am home, I'm having a cup of tea. I just made some of this Whittard Chelsea Garden tea. I don't reach for this one very much, but it's really lovely. It's like white tea, summer fruits, rosebuds. That's really nice. So I am enjoying that. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling. I think I need to just de-stress, get my thoughts out of my head because I think I'm reaching a point where I'm going to get diminishing returns if I keep working for another half hour, whereas if I spend a half hour doing this, I think I'm going to be more productive tomorrow. So it's like a net gain. So I have my little tray. I'm going to show you. I have my Paper Republic journal on there, and then my Aesop hand cream. This is part of my journaling ritual. So I wrote a Substack piece a while ago on how I try and bring like multi-sensory experiences into my journaling practice. So like the scent and the nice feeling of a hand cream. And then I have my Zebra Sarasa pen, and this little thing is so cute. So this is actually a chopstick rest that I bought when we were in New York, and it's a little radish. But me and Christopher bought two of these. He got a little chili one to use for chopsticks. Which way around was this? But somebody on TikTok told me you should use it as a pen rest. Genius, because I use a pen every day. I don't use chopsticks every day. So that's my little setup, and yeah, my little Paper Republic pocket journal, which I will just do a quick brain dump in so that I'm ready to go tomorrow morning. And I think what I need to do tomorrow morning is get up and out. So I'll try and do a morning walk, and then I'll just go to a cafe and work for a good few hours, because I think I need to like get in the zone straight away. And then I'll have ideally a 10 out of 10 productive day tomorrow. Still feeling the momentum despite feeling a bit frustrated. But yeah, I could go for a walk right now, but it is horrible weather. It keeps changing, so I don't trust it, and it's not nice right now. The park is empty, which is a bad sign because this is the time of day where the park is sometimes completely full and there is no one there. So I'm gonna do what everyone else is doing and hide in my flat until I need to go out. So I need to kind of hype myself up for these social plans tonight so that I'm on like good form. I need to get dressed up. I need to just be feeling a little bit more chipper and a little bit more sociable, but I think I'll enjoy it once I'm out. I'm just not looking forward to having to walk there right now. But for now, I will enjoy my journaling and enjoy my tea. Hello, hello. It is now Tuesday, so it's the next day, and today has been a great success so far. I am feeling very smug. I did exactly what I was hoping I would do, and I got up, I just went out of the flat straight away, and I went to one of my favourite coffee shops in town, which also meant I got a little walk in the morning, and I just worked. It was brilliant. I started where I left off yesterday, and everything was just flowing like much better today. I think there is something about getting that momentum in the morning that feels just fundamentally different to finding that later in the day. And both are sometimes good in like different contexts, but today was definitely a day that worked so well for me. So I just banged stuff out. I edited what I needed to edit. I added some stuff. I feel like it was very much a situation where it needed fresh eyes. Like yesterday, as I was saying, I was sick of the sight of that paper. So it was definitely the right call to just leave it until today. And it is now 3:27. I'm just making myself a very late lunch because I realised I had not eaten enough today. And then I think I will do admin bits and bobs for the afternoon because I reached a kind of natural stopping point, and Kaylin is coming to Cambridge tomorrow to do like a co-working session. So I want to have something ready to like leap into tomorrow that feels like a good place to restart. So that is what I shall do. And I want to film my March favourites for TikTok. So that will be posted long before this is posted, probably. And then this evening, Christopher and I will just have a chill one. But yesterday, actually, the evening was so nice. I was feeling slightly, not grumpy, but like it was a bit rainy when I was about to leave, and I was feeling very low energy after the day. But then once I got up and out, firstly, the sun came out from my walk, which was very nice. And then the dinner was so nice. It was lovely to see our friends. I think we're yet to build up the community that we had in Oxford. obviously, like, I was living in Oxford for 9 years by the time I moved, and so it's just going to take time to meet people and make those connections in Cambridge, and we're doing that like slowly but surely. But there is something so nice about seeing people who we've known for a long time, and it just felt very easy and chill. And we went to the pub after. It was lovely, but I was feeling very sleepy by the end of it, I have to say. Like, I hit 9 p.m. or something, and I was like, I think I need to go to bed. But I persevered to go to the pub, which was a good plan. But it does mean that this evening I'm really looking forward to just sitting on the sofa and like watching TV. That is the plan. So for now, I will go and eat. I will do admin tasks and I will film my favourites. Maybe I should show you my favourites now, actually. Okay, I repositioned you so that you can see the stack rather than just me, but this is the little stack that I do for my TikTok favourites. I love filming these because most of these things, or they're kind of half and half, things that I got this month versus just old faves and things that I've been enjoying. So on the bottom, this is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I love this book. I picked this up in New Haven on Kaylin's recommendation. This was so good. It was like devastating, but so interesting, so insightful, and the characters were great. I didn't want to leave them behind, apart from, if you read it, there was one character I was very happy to leave behind. But next is my Louise Carmen, but specifically I have been loving Commonplacing. I have felt so inspired, I think, especially after my trip to the US. I just felt like so inspired to commonplace about all of these different things that I came across or was thinking about while I was there. And then on top, on my little tray, firstly, I have two perfumes. This is Glossier's new one. I can't remember what this is called. I think it's Soie. I don't know how you say it. But this is a delightful, like, jasmine rice kind of a scent. And it's so lovely. This is very new for me, but it's already a favourite. And then this is Diptyque's Dosson. This was my scent when I was in the US. I try and like pair fragrances with trips so that I have that memory association, and just smelling it, like it really transports me. I feel like that really works for me. This is another jasmine scent and it's got orange blossom, and this is just so lovely. And I got a lot of compliments on how I smelled when I was wearing this. Two more things that I got in the US. This little radish pen holder that I think I mentioned yesterday. This is such a lovely little thing. And I love the little things that make the everyday more whimsical. So just having this on my desk makes me smile. And then this charm necklace I also got in the US. This is from Haricot Vert, and the idea is you can go to their amazing shop and choose your charms. And so I got this little fish, there's a little flower painting, a spoon, a little dirty martini, which I thought was fun, and then a chili on the end. And I've been wearing this almost every day. And it just makes me smile. I love it. A lip combo. This is what I've been wearing in this whole vlog. So this is MAC's Alone Time, which is like this very cool toned brown colour. And then Rhodes Lift, which is a lip liner. This is just like a neutral pink, which is very soft. And I think this combo works really well because I'm very pale and so I need quite muted lip colours, I find. And then finally, a pen, as usual. I have my Kaweco Student. This is in need of a bit of a clean, but I've really rediscovered this pen in the last couple of weeks, and I've been really enjoying using this in all of my journals. So those are my favourites. That was a quick rundown. But I really enjoy, just collecting my things in this way every month. And it also really reminds me of like nostalgic old school YouTube. I'm gonna move these out of the way. It reminds me of the kind of heyday of YouTube. I don't know if I'm in focus, but the heyday of YouTube where everyone would film these videos. And so, it's kind of fun to make my own all these years later.
Hard to be in here and not feel his presence. Oh, God.
just got back from the nicest co-working session with Kaylin this morning and this afternoon. Well, to be honest, we were co-working, which mainly involved yapping and eating nice food and drinking nice drinks. But I think that is what we both needed. So it was so nice to see her, and especially because we were on quite a similar trajectory in terms of our dissertation submission timelines. And it's so nice to speak to someone who just understands how tiring and how exhausting and how difficult this phase is, and that feeling of really, really wanting to just submit the thing, but also knowing how much there is still to be done. So submission is also terrifying. So it was really nice just to yap. And we had some lovely food and lovely drinks and just wandered around. So it was so nice. And I also popped into John Lewis, which is a dangerous game to play because I went specifically to smell Diptyque perfumes because they have a great range in there. But I don't need a new perfume. This one is their new one, which is Orpheon, so I didn't buy it. I'm not going to buy a fragrance in the next couple of months at least, but this did really tempt me, and this is definitely a candidate for like a summer perfume, perhaps for a summer trip. But yeah, I will enjoy the fragrances I have. What I did buy is this Rose Jam from Lush. This is one of their shower gels, and I have had many bottles of this over the years. I feel like this kind of matches my nails, which I just put on this morning, so that's satisfying. But yeah, this will just replace my current shower gel when it's done. This smells lovely. It's like a little bit floral, a little bit fruity, I'm gonna say. It smells great anyway. So yeah, this morning was not productive, but that's all right. Like, I feel like I just spent a lot of time by myself lately, and I am someone who loves my own company. Like, I enjoy the calm of my own company. I like reading and journaling and watching films by myself. I'm very content with myself, but I feel like that's dangerous because then sometimes I just don't hang out with people face to face for a little while apart from my partner, and it's not the same. Like, I'm very in touch with my friends. I message my friends, I call them, but that's not the same as seeing them in person. So I've had some really nice social plans this week. I'm gonna have a drink with a friend tonight as well, and just actually enjoy seeing people. But this afternoon I need to work. So yeah, that is really the focus, just to get a bunch of stuff done to finish up these little edits. I feel like yesterday in the vlog I said, oh, like I had lots of momentum, I have something that is going to be good to get started with when I'm working with Kaylin. I did not tackle most of that stuff, so this afternoon I will tackle that stuff. I think I will wrap the vlog up here actually, because I need to get stuff done this afternoon, and I'm not going to whip out my vlog camera with my friend who I'm having a drink with tonight. But thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you would like to see in future vlogs, because I feel like my life is quite monotonous in a way. But the goal, like I said, is just to document these next 6 months and the mental process of finishing this thesis. But I really want this space to be like calm and soothing and welcoming. I would like people to be able to watch these when they are, I don't know, just getting ready in the morning or winding down at night and want something calm and slow paced. So let me know if there is anything that you would like to see in these. I might do a Q&A at some point about my thesis. Yes, for now, thank you so much for being here. I love my online community so much, so I'm so happy if you have decided to watch me over here as well. Let me know what you would like to see in the comments. I hope everyone is having a really nice start to their spring as well, if it's spring where you are, but see you soon.